Hey folks, Worldwide DJ Freebird, and we're back live right here in beautiful downtown Nashville, Tennessee, with somebody I know a lot of you really are going to recognize, and if you don't, shame on you, but it's WWE superstar and country music artist, Miss Mickie James. Mickie, welcome
Hello.
to the Freebird Show.
Thank you.
So nice
Thanks
to
for
have
having me.
Absolutely.
It's good to see you again.
Mickie's got a song out, Somebody's Gonna Pay, and if you watch wrestling, TNA, whatever, you're going to see her making somebody pay all the time.
That's true.
So let's talk a little bit about that. That's a cool song.
Thank you. I'm very fortunate. It's an old Jamie Hartford song, and we really rocked it up. Like threw slamming guitars on it. My producer and the musicians were just amazing, and it's cool to hear it, like the differences of like when I heard it from the first time of how it was cut, and then now how it sounds. It's just.
Well, you know, you're a busy young lady trying to. You're juggling two careers here.
I am.
And now, are you a married lady?
I'm not.
You're not?
No.
You want to get married?
Hey, I don't know. We'll talk about it after.
I mean, I ain't going to beat around the bush with this one. You know? Throw me down, throw me in the ring, beat me up. I don't care. You know? But anyway, no, well, we were discussing you coming up here because I've been a fan of yours for a long time and watching you grow in the WWE.
Thank you.
And in the TNA and SmackDown and everything. That's pretty awesome. Now you're doing music as well. And when I met you a couple of years ago and stuff, you know, of course your timeline was really busy at that time. Mm-hmm. This year a little bit more laid back here at the CRS. I think the whole CRS is more laid back than you.
It is more. And that was for the first time, it was my first album. I was self-releasing it. And that was my first time at CRS, so I had no idea what to expect. And now, obviously, I just got signed with E1 Music Nashville.
Well, my buddy Cody McCarver's on E1.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to hang out.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
I'm looking for you, Cody.
Yeah, Cody was, he was formerly with Confederate Railroad.
Oh, right on.
He's been on this song now, it's about 06, I think.
Yeah.
07, and so I want to say Daryl Singletary's with E1. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, they have a ton of people, and they obviously offices all over Canada,
Right.
New York.
Yeah, New York
here.
is where they're out of.
Right.
They're out of Nashville. They're Nashville artists, and they're from Nashville, but they're out of the New York office.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and I'm out of the Nashville division, which we also have Shooter Jennings, Bucky Covington there. So.
Yep.
I'm excited. And this new album, it comes out May 7th.
So
single, we just shot the video. The video's coming out in a few weeks.
That's what I was going to ask you. You know, you're doing all this and the tour and the shooting the video and the singles dropping. And you're touring on the music end and doing the WWE. Are you living in an airplane
I'm with
or
TNA
what?
now.
Yeah, well, TNA. But are you still living in an airplane or what?
I pretty much. I talked to the pilot, and he has me a little cot set up in the back near the bathroom. So it smells a little funny back there, but you know.
At least you get a little sleep here and there.
Yeah, and at least I have a bathroom. The lighting in there is awful, though. It's weird.
From flying off the top ropes to singing on the microphone. It's hilarious. I mean, that's a great combination.
Well, you know what it is? I think the fans, my fans, as far as in the wrestling world, have only seen this one side of me, this character that I portray, whether it's kick butt, you know, take no prisoners, and take some names, all of that stuff. But they've never seen the softer and the other side of me, and my music allows me to do that. And it shows them.
And it brings out a lot of brightness in you that I probably have never seen either.
Right.
Because on TV, as a superstar wrestler, you're just hot, period.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
Thank
but
you.
I got to tell you, on your media page, on your music site, where you're sitting on that little saddle there, and whatever it is you say at the end there, I like to fell over and busted the guster when I seen that. I said, oh my God. I said, I can't wait to task her about this video. We tried to pull it up on our phones coming up, and the player would not let us.
It was the horsey thing when I'm doing like this.
Yeah, and I want you to do this at the end of this interview right here because that is hilarious.
I can't remember what I said, but I was like.
Oh, yeah, you got that or something? I mean, it's just funny. It's like, no, it's just so cool. But anyway, you're just a great person all around.
Thank you.
So what's going on with your musical career this year? I mean, you got a lot of tours?
Since the album's coming out in May, we're trying to wrap the tour, around to push for that, and obviously have the radio tour and have grassroots promotions, kind of doing the radio.
Know those
They're
guys.
awesome. They're so awesome, and so I just got my fingers crossed and just hoping for the best and along for the ride.
That's awesome.
That's all you can do, right?
Absolutely.
Stay positive, stay hopeful, and just see what happens.
Well, Mickie, I want to tell you, one of one of the real big reasons why I was wanting you to be on my show here is because AFB Radio, we're all about our American troops. And I know you guys go overseas. You fought over there and done the shows for the guys and stuff.
I've went twice. I went for for the tribute to the troops.
Right.
It's one of the most amazing, eye-opening experiences.
Well, that's why I wanted you here, because you can give a little feedback as to what you physically have felt by being there and seeing what our guys are going through.
It's incredible. It was just humbling, I think, because whether you're for or against the war or whatever the case may be, the fact is that these people, these ladies and gentlemen, are away from their homes, away from their families, their kids. I mean, I heard this one story where, the couple, he wasn't even home for when his baby was born.
Right.
And then, came home and got to see his baby for a few, weeks, and then was right back on the road. And so they miss all these, parts of their lives for us.
And the
kids know what I mean?
Growing up,
for
and all
our
of a sudden
country,
they've got a father in their life or a mother in their life. Like, well, who are you?
That
all
they
of a
have
sudden?
because and it's just they do these things and they make all these sacrifices for us and for our country. And how selfless is that?
Absolutely.
It's just. And I remember when I was over there, it's like we went to one camp. It was on the Syrian border. No running water.
Oh, wow.
It was in the middle of the desert. No running water. Like they had to ship out water so the soldiers could shower, and bottled water obviously to drink.
I remember seeing the dialogue on you guys being over there.
It was just insane, and it's just I have so much respect for them. And I walked into another camp. I think it was Camp Liberty or whatever, and I walked in, and it was like a gymnasium.
Right.
And there was thousands of cots lined up, with just a duffel bag and maybe a guitar leaning against it and their computer, and that's how they live.
Yeah.
It's just like cot, and I was just like, wow.
Because they could be up and moved in the next minute, and really they don't have time to have
Exactly.
a lot of stuff. They might
can't.
have more than anything is a laptop and a picture of the family, and like I said, a
to have
guitar
that
or a little
reminder.
radio or something. That's
Yeah,
it. They're done.
that's it.
They're gone.
Simplistic and just kind of, I don't know. I could not do that, and so I honor them, and it's just so grateful.
Now, are you performing at all this week?
I'm not. Well, tomorrow's my last day. I have to fly to New York on Friday, so yeah, no. But maybe CMA week.
Well, hopefully they've got your music to me, or they brought one for me.
Yeah,
and stuff,
we have a single for you, so
awesome. Well,
we'll get that, and then hopefully we'll get you the full album.
Well, Mickie, I can't thank you enough for being here, and hopefully I get to see you again
appreciate
next
it.
year,
Yeah.
or somewhere in between. We'd love to. I mean,
That's awesome.
I'd love, like I told you before, I'd
I'd
love
be
to
honored.
try to actually get some of the guys from the lineup, the roster of WWE to come see us, or at least do an over-the-phone interview with us.
Oh, that's great.
True support, because we can't do enough of those guys. I mean, look at the freedom we have and doing what you're doing and stuff. And they should have put her in the military. I believe she'd kick all their ass, and we'd been over this war 5 years ago.
I would have.
We'll do our best anyway to make stuff happen.
I would have batted my lashes really hard. Maybe shook my fist, and then when they turned their back, choked them out.
There you go.
That's what I do.
You know what? We're gonna go here. I'm gonna get in a headlock and get some pictures with Mickie James, because ain't nobody gonna body slam me any better. So y'all stay tuned. Coming up right here on the Freebird Show, somebody's gonna pay Miss Mickie James.
Yeah, they are.